Hey guys, how's it going today? I hope you're having a great day. Alright, so I am really stoked to bring you this episode, and I'm assuming if you found this channel that you have a common interest of RVing or travel or both. And anyway, the reason I'm so excited is the other day I was going through some research, which, by the way, I have been, for the last 2 years, I have to admit, even my wife Vicky says that I've been a little bit obsessed with RV lifestyle and traveling. But here's the thing, man. Okay, I'm going to be 60 years old this year and I'm getting ready for retirement. In 2 years I'm taking my Social Security and I want to hit the road and travel at least half time, maybe someday full time. But I got to tell you, I'm so excited about this article that I found and about all of the information in it, because basically what it does is it solidifies and it gives me the confidence that my dream of traveling is doable. And honestly, one of the big factors in that, as I'm sure it is probably with you, unless you've won the lottery recently, is money. You know, it costs money to travel. It costs money to be gone for 6 months, even in retirement, even if you have a pension and a 401k and you know you've got your Social Security. There's still balances and checks there that you need to make in order to make it really work. But anyway, so this article, I found it on this website called The Dyrt, D-Y-R-T. It's also an app that you can get for your phone, and basically it's just it's kind of like Campendium or freecampsites.net. It's an application for campers specifically that helps you find campgrounds, and it reviews them and it gives them 1 to 5 stars and that type of thing. But they also have a online magazine on their website, so check it out, The Dyrt, D-Y-R-T. Anyway, this article was called The 4 M's: Money, Memory, Muscle, and Meaning. Money, muscle, memory, and meaning. And it broke each one of those down into how they apply to the RV lifestyle, more importantly a semi or full-time RV lifestyle, and how to make it all work from a financial point. Not only that, but what it means to, when you are traveling, what the RV lifestyle means to you is in the form of, muscle activities, getting out there. And we all know how important it is, especially in retirement, to keep moving, to keep exercising, to keep that body fluid going, to sustain our youth and the active lifestyle that we want, whether it's mountain biking, hiking, just walking through parks and national parks and things like that and checking it all out. That all becomes part of the RV lifestyle when you take it on and go full-time or part-time. And then the meaning of it, meeting new friends and traveling to different locations and talking with like-minded individuals in all of these different places around North America that you travel to. And then the money aspect of it. Well, we'll get into that a little bit when my other half shows up, Vicky, but we're going to talk about some of the ways that we discovered to save some pretty significant money and make it actually the dream reality of traveling. It can be done, and it can be done actually pretty inexpensively if you really take a good look at some of the things that we share with you. I think you'll find out, and the light bulb will go on, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I can do this. We can do this, and you can. And then of course memory, which is which focuses on how the RV lifestyle allows you to really use your brain. You're exploring, you're going into national parks, you're visiting museums, you're reading, you're finding out about different things that are out there in the country, and you're not just reading it out of a book, you're actually seeing it firsthand, and it's so good for your mind. And then lastly, money, muscle, memory, and meaning. I guess I covered it. Okay, so but one thing I wanted to, I know one thing that it actually talked about, which I thought it was just so true in its meaning, and it said that the only thing you can invest in that will make you rich is travel. Think about that. Say it again. The only thing that you can truly invest in that'll make you rich is travel. Now, a lot of people probably say, "Oh, geez, Greg, I don't know. I've invested in the stock market. It's made me a lot of money." Yeah, and money's good, and I guess money you could say, well, my 401k is growing so much that it allows me to travel, which is very true. But I'm really talking in a sense of, you get the meaning. It's really true. It's something that you can't purchase experience. You have to get out there and actually do it. And so, yeah, I just thought that was such a great little clip. The only thing that'll truly make you rich is travel. So all those materialistic things, set them aside, get out there, enjoy life, enjoy this beautiful country, visit those national parks. And as soon as I get my other half here, Vicki, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna give you some of the things that we discovered, ways to save money by doing the RV travel lifestyle. So pumped up. We'll be right back. Thanks. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Greg.
And Vicki. And
we are Rolling with the Roche'z. So as we promised you guys, we were going to put together a list of ways that we saved money and discovered along the way how to save more money just by sort of doing and learning. And so we thought we'd put together this little video after the end of the 4 M's and just share it with you. So the first thing is to take your trailer or your camper and head west. What do we mean by that? Well, I'll tell you why. Because out west, western United States, there's a lot of BLM land, Bureau of Land Management, which is free camping, dispersed camping that you can stay on for up to 14 days. And then I think you have to move like maybe 5 miles or something to the next BLM land. And then you can spend the night there and then move right back to the place you were at if you want to. But BLM land is fantastic. There's also Army Corps of Engineer, a lot of their campgrounds which are really, really reasonable, and they are gorgeous, gorgeous campgrounds. There's a lot more of that out there. And then also
you can stay free at the Walmarts, which we didn't have the best experiences with.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that just take advantage of it and stay there and live in their cars. So I didn't feel exactly really safe there, but the Crackle Barrels were awesome. Cabela's even better, and of course my favorite, the casinos. Love
the casinos. We found, and again, that's out west. There's a lot of casinos out west, and they almost all of them have free camping. You pull into their parking lot. Some of them had. We found one in New Mexico that had free electricity and free water.
That was a couple of places.
Yeah, a couple
you
places.
Could also use their pools, their outdoor showers, which is awesome when you're camping, and in exchange for hopefully winning a little bit of money.
Yeah, we gambled a little bit. I don't think we won anything, but they're just really, they're great. And we would actually just get on our apps, our camping apps, and punch in casinos, and they'd come up, or either on Google Maps, and we'd call ahead, and sure enough, they'd be, yeah, we have free camping out back. You usually are out in the end of the parking lot or whatever, but they worked out great.
And something to do at nighttime too. It was entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
That we hadn't anticipated. So
yeah,
they were beautiful.
So that's one way that we found that we could save a lot of money, is just to head west where there's more opportunity to camp for free. And that kind of leads us into the next thing that we really discovered, and that was go solar. Try to get your camper set up to at least spend 2 to 3 days off the grid by going with solar and having some deep cycle batteries, so you can basically, you don't need electricity, you don't need running water, you can sit out on a land somewhere for 2 or 3 days, and that can be significant savings. Right?
Oh yeah. And then you're not using any gas, any electric. There's no noise because our generator could be louder than we thought sometimes, and so we were very conscious of that with neighbors and that type of thing. You don't want to have that going all the time.
Yeah. I mean, you do need a generator, obviously, for some things like your air conditioner and things like that, but you know, if you can go solar and you can run your refrigerator and your lights and your water pump off of your solar batteries, that saves a lot. That saves not only your campground fees, but it saves gas from your generator and stuff like that. So number 2 there. And then let's see, the third thing.
Don't eat out. Eat outside, because that's
outside,
our favorite, to grill. And we found that we made meals that used no pots, no cleanup, no anything. We just grilled our meat or our seafood or our fish or chicken on the grill, as well as roasting our vegetables in tin foil, and we used paper plates, and there was no muss, no fuss, and it's a lot cheaper than eating out all the time.
Well, Major, and you know, let's be honest, when you're in a new town or a new city, it's really tempting to, you know, you want to go out, you want to see the town, you want to eat at these new restaurants, but you know, unless you have unlimited funds, you're looking at $50-$60 or upwards of that with cocktails and a tip just to eat out, so that can add up really quickly. So plan ahead, do your grocery shopping, and
save it for those special occasions, diner divers and dives. We also we did those a couple times, and that was wonderful, but then it's a special time, you know, a treat, not an everyday thing. But if you make your grocery list and you stick to it and don't buy all this extra stuff because you don't have room for it anyway, and you try to make a list that'll use, like, say we're having tacos, then I want to next day make a Mexican salad or salsa out of it, because how else are you going to use up that cilantro? So you know, you can do things to plan ahead to use up all of your ingredients, and that'll save you a lot too.
Next thing we discovered was the National Park Pass. If you are planning on visiting a lot of the park systems and things, you definitely want to purchase that annual pass. I believe it's $80
for the whole year.
Yeah, that's
or
a
one time.
I think that's a lifetime pass.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that gets you into the parks. And when you're out west, there's so many national parks that you want to see, and they're pretty close together. So you could definitely hit 3 or 4 parks within a 2 or 3 week period, and that adds up really fast, because some of them were like $30, $25 to get in. Yeah, so pays for itself in 3 visits, 3 or 4 park visits. So definitely would do that. Now this one is, I think, one of the biggest things that we discovered, and that was all of the different what would you call them?
Clubs that you could join?
Yeah, I guess the clubs. Yeah.
The Good Sam.
Good Sam, AAA, they all give you sometimes 10-15% off of campground fees. And then Harvest Host was one. We do not belong to that, but we have been looking into it. We want to. And that basically, you can camp on farms, wineries, you know,
I'm not sure what else, but in exchange for doing things, I want to stomp grapes at the wineries.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think it's $40 a year, and then they're all over the United States, mostly wineries and farms, and the owners of those properties allow you to pull in. They have specific areas for your camper to park, but you spend the night there, and you know, maybe you buy a bottle of wine or kind of give something back to them or help out in their chores and things, and you can do as much as you want or as least as you want. But it's a great way to experience the local flair and spend the night in free overnight camping. Yeah, and then also your different clubs, as you had mentioned, Vicki, moose clubs, elk clubs. All of them have, if you're a member of their club, then some of them allow you to camp overnight in their parking lots. So
huge.
Yes. And let's see, we covered casinos. We love those. So the next thing we really took advantage of was our gas credit cards.
Because gas is a big deal. We found we were spending, while we were traveling, at least $60 per day on gas.
Yes, sometimes double, depending on how far we traveled. And we mentioned this in a prior video too. The longer you stay in one place, the less expensive it is, because obviously you're not You're not gassing up and traveling down the road and hitting tolls and that kind of thing. And really, I think, truthfully, we didn't spend any more money outside of gas than we would have if we just stayed home, right? We're still buying the same groceries. We're buying a bottle of wine or whatever for dinner at night. And so the expenses pretty much stayed the same. Gas was the big expenditure. And then obviously the second one would be your camping fees. But again, if you stay in a place longer, then those fees really drop significantly. And obviously then the gas just disappears altogether. So, yeah.
So next time around, because we wouldn't have the agenda, most likely, that we had last time.
Yes.
So move constantly.
Yeah.
So, and then you found that GasBuddy app too.
GasBuddy app is wonderful. No matter where you are, it pinpoints your location and it will bring up the cheapest gas around you within a specific diameter or geographical area. And so that's a great way to shop for gas as you're needing it along the way.
Because people told us to join Sam's Club and Costco and that, because they have the cheapest gas, but then you have to drive around and find those. So
yeah.
we weren't going to do that.
Yeah. So this one we talked about as well in a prior video a little bit, but one of the things that really excited Vicki and I was the opportunity to be able to go into different areas around the country and be a camp host. And they'll give you in return for that free full hookups for the entire season that you're there. And most of them, not all of them, but most of them actually also pay you a wage. So this next trip that we do, we will go to a specific area and spend the summer there. So now we're eliminating our gas, but we're in an area that we can hike and explore and take in the surrounding area and all the beauty, and actually get full hookups, cable TV, Wi-Fi, and stay for free and get paid. So we're really looking forward to experiencing that and trying that out. But we think that in retirement that will be the way that we will travel and just hit a new area every summer, a different part of the country or North America. Yeah. Oh, just free stuff.
To do. Entertain yourself. Besides hiking and seeing the wonderful things there are out there, there's also free events everywhere. I mean, free music festivals we went to at the farmers markets, and free tastings there, and free wine tastings. But there's museums on certain days. You have to look it up, but there's certain days you can get free admission to things that otherwise would be expensive.
Right. Yeah. So all in all, in the end, RVing, and you can make it, obviously it's whatever you make it. If you're in a $500,000 Class A and you're staying in a $95 a night motor coach resort with swimming pools and tennis courts, and it's going to be obviously expensive. But there's a way to do it within a limited budget that you still can experience the travel and the outdoors in a relatively very inexpensive way, and that's what really excited us.
Ways to save money, but also there's ways to make money too. I mean, some elderly people want you to walk their dog or babysit their dog or cat while they go off gallivanting for the day. He is talented. He can play guitar at places. And also, the reason I don't want to go out to eat is because he's an amazing chef, and then I'm disappointed when I pay a lot for a meal that isn't half as good as I get at home. So I'm a spoiled lady. We both like to cook, but he's the better of the two. And people have even asked him to cook meals for him, so you could just make enough for 4 instead of 2, and they'd have meals to come home to. Yeah. But there's other things too, like I do little side hustles. I could teach Pilates or yoga there. Yeah. I also go on an app called Fetch Rewards, because you're out shopping and grocery shopping, and you can just scan your receipt and make money and points doing that. So if you go on the app Fetch Rewards, My code is H5WBW. Again, H5WBW. I get 2,000 points, so do you. Then sign up your family, your friends, and each time you can get 2,000 to 4,000 points. Scan your receipts, and then you can use those places at TJ Maxx, at restaurants, at anything.
Everything, Walmart, and it's a fun little thing to do. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I think that's about it. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more RV content. We sure appreciate you watching our videos, and have a great day.